And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special YouTube exclusive on the Around the World podcast. I'm Ryan Peterson alongside Mr. John Blaine, and we are here with quite possibly one of the greatest, not one of, he is the greatest unsigned talent in wrestling today. And I've been saying that for the last decade plus because it's goddamn true, being straightforward. Who this Friday will be in a 10-man eliminator match and might possibly come out as the winner and the inaugural W.I.N heavyweight champion. Sorry, let me back.
Hold on. Stop the presses. Hold your horses.
Thank God it's the main show.
Oh my God. What happened to you, my friend? What happened? Did you get it's late? Come on. It's only 10:35 and 10:15 at night. It's not late. All right. Let me explain something to you, Sunshine. And you should know this by now. If you're not going to do your job right, I'm going to have to do your job for you. Now, I appreciate the feeble attempt of trying to put me over, saying I'm possibly, and then correcting yourself and saying that I'm definitely the greatest unsigned talent there is today. That is a fact. That is the truth. Initinalitia. Then leopsemata. I don't say lies. I only speak in absolute truths, like a Sith Lord, if you will. But let me take it back because we're going to talk about something else right now. We're going to talk about professional wrestling. And we're going to talk about wrestling is now. And we're going to talk about the match this Friday in New Jersey. Sunset Flip Wrestling is now inaugural championship match for the W.I.N World Heavyweight Championship. 10 men, 10 very good wrestlers in this match will battle for that coveted prize. But no matter what different variables are in the equation, the outcome, the summation, the product, whatever word you want to use, is always the same. And that is GGP. That's me, people. Greek God Papadon, aka the Alpha and Omega of pro wrestling, aka the motherfucking ring general that draws the house, aka the real architect. Greek God Papadon will be, not probably. That's like saying, Ryan, you'll probably wake up tomorrow morning and probably do some cardio. It's not going to happen. But what will definitely happen, is by me insulting you, chubby Frodo Baggins up there in the other corner will be laughing his little sorry ass off. But I will also win, pun intended, the W.I.N World Heavyweight Championship. That's how you do an intro, Sunshine. You're welcome. Take notes.
Go ahead.
So, Papadon, we actually just did our show beforehand, and you were actually my prediction to win on Friday.
Well, I appreciate that. You're smarter than Ryan looks. So keep going.
Is there anybody in this 10-man eliminator match that you're looking forward to crossing paths with?
Oh, absolutely. All 9 competitors, because they're all great. Let me take that back. They're all good wrestlers, but I am a great worker. So there's a difference. And I've said this before on your show prior, between a wrestler and a worker. A wrestler just does moves. He goes out there, or she goes out there, tries to capture the essence in the room, try to manifest it, conjure it up, and spit it back out to the fans and make it their own. But only a true worker knows how to do that. It's a lost art. And I am a tremendous, phenomenal, outstanding, stupendous. And I can keep talking and saying long, long words, but they won't be as long as the waistline of Ryan P over there. But I am a ring general. I am the best worker in the room every time I'm in any room. So I look forward to doing battle with everyone in that match. Now, there are a couple of people that are on the hierarchy a little higher than others. One of them happens to be the Puerto Rican Morpheus. If you watch The Matrix, you know exactly what I mean. Chris Cage. Now, the last show, you saw that I out wrestled him, I outclassed him, and I came out with the W, only as I can. I outmaneuvered him while he was huffing and puffing and being blown up. At my age, 45 years, 23 years, actually, next month it'll be 24 years in the business. I didn't even blow up. I didn't even break a sweat. And just like a grape, I squashed him and beat him with the simplest of ease. Taught him a lesson, gave him the best career of his match. And I told him that he would have to use that as a springboard to elevate himself to the next level because he does have the potential to be there. So I'm not going to take that away from him. So I am looking to smack him around a little bit. Maybe put on his stupid glasses, walk around the ring, try to look ridiculous like he does. There's another guy who claims to be a main event star. He goes by the name of PJ Savage. I call him Peanut Butter Jelly Savage. And I want to punch him in his third chin. Hit him so hard that his left titty smacks his face right into his right titty and knocks him right the hell out. And fact is, I think I'm going to do that. Not for the fans, because I don't care about them, but just for me, so I can pop myself in the match and make that time in there even more valuable after winning the belt, knowing that I smacked around the Puerto Rican retarded Bam Bam Bigelow of wrestling is now, Peanut Butter and Jelly Savage. So those are my two that I want to smack around in there. So hopefully I answered your question.
Well, I was going to say, if you do that, maybe then he doesn't have to yell every promo he does.
Maybe he's just mad. Maybe he's just mad because he looks the way he looks. He has the potential to be great. I can't take anything away from that kid. He has the potential. But if he's going to be having matches and he's the biggest guy in the match and he's wrestling like a cruiserweight when he should be wrestling like a big man, no one pays money to go to the circus to see the lion tamer juggle and the clown stick the head in the line. You understand what I'm trying to say?
No,
Know your spot in the card, know your spot in the match. And when you do that and you break the ice like that, both emotionally, spiritually, grammatically, whatever words you want to use, that's just the cream on top of the cake. Then you'll be able to become who you can actually become if you actually put some work into it. But if you look at him, I mean, the guy should be wearing a mask. You know, he'd be the first ever win lunchador instead of luchador. So,
right.
Now, besides Chris Cage and Peanut Butter and Jelly Savage, which I love that, by the way. That's funny, and that's not a fat joke of myself.
I give you props. You've lost a lot of weight, bro.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So kudos on you.
There you go. There are two other competitors, in my personal opinion, that may kind of have an advantage because they've had quite a history with you in Dickie Rods and Joey Conway.
You have done your homework. Now I know you spent time on the interwebs looking up this stuff because you know you're not going to the bar to get laid. So it's not going to happen. So I know where you've been spending. Anyway, I don't know why you're laughing over there, bro. You're not getting laid either. So point being is, you are very, very accurate with your statement. Dickie Rods and I have a history, and I would like to get him one-on-one in a match, but in this, there's so many movable parts in this puzzle, we might not even have a chance to grapple. I know he has something to prove. The man's been on top of the mountain many times in different companies. And once you get a taste of that, it's like a drug. You always want it. And he is a Hall of Famer in NYWC. He's paid his dues, and he has, in my opinion, grown leaps and bounds as a worker, as a man. And, you know, he has every intention to win this match and has every possibility to do so. Now, Joey Conway, on the other hand, he's a friend of mine, if you will. He's my Padawan. I've taken him under my wing the last couple of years, taking him on the road with me, getting him booked in certain spots in certain places here and there. And every time there's an opportunity, I try to get him on. But this individual has grown in the last 2 years exponentially. The only thing I think that's grown quicker than him is both your guys' cholesterol levels. But that's a story for another time. What I'm going to just state is the actual fact. This guy, Joey Conway, as above, so below, could very well be the future of Win and the future of the business because he has father time on his side and he does absorb everything like a sponge and he is a student of the game. So I know he's going to stab me in the back first chance he gets because I taught him that and I expect it. So kudos to him. But the one thing that I have over Mr. Conway, I taught him everything he knows. I've never taught him everything I know. And that's my advantage with him. And as cliche as that line may be and overused in brother promos, fact of the matter is it's the truth. So whoever's going to be in this match in the final four, it'll be GGP and 3 other people. It's going to be a hell of a night. It's going to be historic. It's going to be epic. And everyone's going to know where they were when the first Win heavyweight champion is crowned, and that person is the GGP.
I completely agree that you're going to win it. But another name also that's in this main event match that to me he's kind of like the X factor in it is Hamlet.
Hamlet Hertzu. I like him. I like him because he plays mental games. You know what I'm saying? He's a quote unquote, if you want to use a term that's been used, a cerebral assassin. But he's more of a method actor, but he's not acting, if you know what I mean. The guy looks like $1 million. The guy wrestles very well. But before he gets you in a headlock, he's already done twisted your head 30 different ways because you don't know what's going on. Where is he coming from? What angle he's trying to play. So why he's keeping you in the guessing game, he sees the window of opportunity, he capitalizes on it with his wrestling ability. Now he's been on top of the mountain as well. New Evolution Wrestling. He was the heavyweight champion. So he's had a taste of being the face that runs the place. And I'm pretty sure he wants another hit of the addiction that we have that it's called professional wrestling. And he is an X factor. Is he going to be a friend? Is he going to be a foe? Is he going to come out talking to a skull? Is he going to come out bringing a gimp? Is he going to be dressed as a geisha girl? No one knows. But you know what? He can come out with aliens. It doesn't bother me. He can come out with Bigfoot. It won't bother me. Because at the end of the day, it's me, the ring general. No one's going to outclass me or outwrestle me in that match. No one's definitely not going to outwork me. That's for shit sure. And my experience alone, that's going to be the deciding factor in everything.
Right.
Now, there are 4 other competitors in this matchup that some are calling them the young lions of this matchup, if you say. In the Feral Face, Ellis Taylor, Brando Lee, and also another competitor that I forgot to mention that you know very well, in Salvatore Savelli.
Yeah.
Do you feel that these 4 competitors could possibly try to get an advantage on you? Keyword try.
Listen, if they didn't, then they don't deserve to be in the match. There's no strategy that you can apply to this match because it's always changing. 1 second there's 10 people, next second there's 9, and then down to 4, and then there's only 1 victor. So what may have worked 5 minutes ago in the match may not work now. What works now may not work 10 minutes in the future in the same match. So that's why this match is very unique within its structure. And all the competitors add a little bit of their own flavor to the mix. These 4 guys, these young lions, They all offer something different, and they have the capability of upsetting and surprising and shocking the world. Will they? Buy a ticket and find out. Could they? Absolutely. Will they? Nope. Because again, I'll say this every answer that I'm going to answer a question with, I am walking out with that championship.
Now, let me throw it this way: when you do win the belt
Mm-hmm.
on Friday, is there somebody who you're going to want to beat, who you're going to want to face for that first title defense, or are you
I
going to be the type
okay.
of champ where it's going to be anybody come and get it?
Listen, I am down to wrestle anybody, anywhere, anytime, but I am a god of my word. And I told Peanut Butter and Jelly Savage that when I win, he has first crack at the title because he was doing a podcast similar to this one. And obviously, he must have been boring the crowd and boring the host because I got a text message, please come on the podcast and save me, SOS. So I jumped on and I verbally berated him. I verbally bitch smacked him and put him in his place. And all he can say is that, oh, I want to fight Papadon. So after he was jumping around, all happy and excited because he wants to touch me in my underwear, don't ask me. I don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Not one to judge, to each their own. But I promised his fat ass that when I win, I'll give him the first shot at the championship, at my championship. So that'd be the first shot. Then after that, after I beat the big man and maybe smack a couple of pounds off of him, anyone's welcome to step up to the plate. I don't care if it's guys from TV. I don't care if it's guys from former television shows, meaning WCW, WWF, WWE, TNA, Impact, New Japan. I will wrestle anybody, anywhere, and outwork them, and outclass them, and out promo them, and actually give them the greatest match of their career. Because that's what I've been doing as of late. As of late, everyone who's been stepping in the ring with me, I've been giving them the best match of their career, and they thank me for it afterwards. I know I shouldn't be saying that, but fact is, it's the truth. It's the truth. How do you build a house? You got to get the architect there to draw it up for you. And GGP knows how to draw a house. So there you go.
Well, first off, I agree with that statement 100%. Considering I've been announcing you for my entire career, which is over a decade, and every time you step in a ring, it's truly a masterclass of what wrestling should be. Now, when you become the heavyweight champion on Friday, could you see yourself as the type of champion that would go to other promotions? Like, say, going to NYWC, or possibly going down to like the Carolinas or Florida and defending the title, really making a name of the W.I.N World Heavyweight Championship.
Of course. Absolutely. I did that with the Alpha Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship that I still have, and I'm still champion for that company. I've done that with the Ronin Championship, which I'm still champion of that company. I did that with the Immortal Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship, and I got that stolen from me, but now it's around the waist of my partner, my brother from another mother, Bin Hamin, so he can hold on to it for a while. When I want it back, I'll get it back. Um, so I have defended many times prior to this podcast and this company other championships in other companies. And it was called the GGP Alpha and Omega Championship Tour. And I took it and I had about 15 to 20 defenses around the nation with all these championships at the time. And I'll do it again. I'll take win to Canada. I'll take win to Puerto Rico. I'll take win to Japan. I'll take win to England. I'll take win to the moon if I have to. and defend it against the little gray aliens or maybe some reptilians or whatever the case may be. Point is, the sky's the limit.
That sounds. You heard it. You heard it here, folks, on those podcasts. When he becomes the world champion, he's really going to be taking it worldwide. John, go ahead.
Just taking a step out from the win area for 1 second. You brought up Ben Hameen. Obviously, he's your new immortal world heavyweight champion, and him and Blaze are current your tag team champions. How do you feel being that both of them with how they're doing right now?
I'm happy for them. Look, I'm not there for whatever rhyme or reason. I won the King's Ransom, their version of Money in the Bank, and I'm the number one contender. Will I cash it in on Ben? Never say never. But for some rhyme, for some reason, Joey Conway and myself have been not used for many months in that promotion. I would say over the last maybe, 6 months, we haven't been booked. And as soon as we are not booked, our better halves or our counterparts of our Conspiracy Horseman group win all the championships. Now, is it because they're that good? Absolutely. Could there be some conspiracy behind it? No. I trust Ben. Does that make me a fool? Maybe. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's not my turn to be in the sun right now. I'll let Ben shine only as Ben can. He's earned it and deserved it. Same thing with Blaze Haram. Let them run with the tag straps. Let Ben run with the heavyweight title. And when Mike King decides to fucking take his head out of his ass, no offense, Mike, and start booking Joey Conway and myself again, then we'll see what we can do.
No, I completely agree with that, Ryan.
I have one final question going back to W.I.N. Obviously, it's an elimination match, and you have 9 other competitors. Before you become the inaugural W.I.N champion, who's the one person that you want to be in the final 2 with that they'd be like, you know what, I got it in the bag, or I want to have a decent little match after the chaos that we just been through.
Well, see, it doesn't work that way. How it's going to work is there's going to be 5 eliminations, and then it's going to be a final 4. And the final 4, yes, the final 4 is a 4-way. See, if you guys were wrestling journalists and did your homework, you guys know that. But obviously, you guys were too busy doing whatever you guys are doing. Maybe you guys are playing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. But maybe you guys were hanging out at the Bukkake party. I don't know. Whatever you guys want. Point being is,
I'm sure he was, not me. I'm just saying.
Hey, to each their own. I don't judge. Point is that is the structure of the match. So when it comes down to the final 4, it's only 1 pinfall. So I got to be in there with 3 other individuals. Does it matter? No. Because whoever's in there with me is going to lose. Whether they go out the first 5 or the last 3, you know what I'm saying? The last 4, it's not gonna matter. So point being is, I said it before, the variables in the equation may change. The outcome will remain the same. Your boy GGP will be champ.
I completely. That's what I see happening Friday night.
Well, I'm glad you said that. And you don't need glasses, but I'm glad you said that. Has anyone ever told you look like that guy who was an internet sensation who would sing in his room, play the piano, and dance? And you know what I'm talking about? He was like a little kid, but he looked like an adult.
Okay. Now I know who you're talking about.
Has anyone said you look like him?
No, the most I've been told is I look like Patton Oswalt.
That I see that too. I met him in an airport one time. He asked me for an autograph.
I see. I've been told that quite a few times now. But other than the show you have this Friday, Papadon, what else do you have coming up that you like to promote?
Sure. Saturday I'll be at NYWC. No idea who I'm wrestling. Doesn't matter. I'll steal the show, smack him around like I always do, like I just did with Dan Barry at the prior NYWC show. And then on the 24th, I'm in the Bronx for Loud East Wrestling, where for the first time ever, I will be wrestling Ken Broadway. And many people have been asking me, "Oh, how do we get tickets?" Just check out Loud East Wrestling on social media. Go to their website and get tickets. It's that easy, guys. It's 2023. We have computers in our hands. You know what I'm saying? It's not difficult. Um, but a lot of people are excited for this match. So am I, because I've never wrestled the dude, and I heard nothing but good things about him. I've seen his work. Um, again, good wrestler. I'll give him the best match of his career. So we'll see what happens.
That's I got all the questions because John just asked my last question. John, you got anything else?
I got nothing else. I'm good.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Sure.
You guys say you, John, said I was your. Where was your other co-host? What was his name? Joe Punk. What the Punk kid? What was his name? Was that Joe? Is that you? Joe Punk was he with you?
No, we had a third guy, Costa.
Costa.
Yes.
Costa. Okay. Anyway, you said I'm gonna win. Who was your initial pick there, Ryan? And don't worry, I'm not gonna get mad because you're not gonna say me. Who you?
No, I had you.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
I had you because out of all the competitors, including Dickie, I think you have the most experience, especially when it comes to gold.
Very true. So let's run down the card from match to match, and let's go through. Let the people know who's going to be on this phenomenal win show. And on top of that, let's go through and pick winners.
All right. Well, since I have the card in front of me, like a somewhat journalist.
Well, listen, you see how I just led you into another segment just like that with a beautiful transition, and I'm doing your job as the guest of the show, becoming a host of the show? That's called working. That's why I'm the best worker in the room. Go ahead.
That's why you are a god. Anyway, so in singles action, we have the Big Buffa, Desmond Cole, taking on Adrian Santos.
Papadon, you can go first on this one.
Nope. I will go last on every question because we'll save the best for last. Go.
Okay. Give me Desmond Cole.
With the way things are going for him, I'm going for Cole as well.
I'm going to pick Santos.
Okay. So, next matchup. Alvin Alvarez goes one-on-one against the Prize City OG, Alec Price.
Ryan, I'll let you go first on this one.
I got Alec Price. He's on a roll right now.
I got Alec Price as well, but for a different reason. I think somehow, because if you've been paying attention to social media, there's been this issue going on right now between Paul Loria and Alvin Alvarez. I see something happening there. So give me Alec Price on this one.
There's an issue with Alvin and Laurie. Wasn't there an issue with Conway and Alvin too?
I think so at one point, but I know the biggest one right now has been Alvin and Paul.
All right. Well, if that's the case, the pen's mightier than the sword, so I'm going to go with Alec Price.
Sounds good to me. In singles action as well, we have Man Bun Jesus taking on the Long Island landmine Joe Ocasio.
Ooh. This could be the sleeper match of the night.
I couldn't agree more.
Give me Ocasio.
I'm going to go with Man Bun Jesus.
I will go with... I'm going to go with MBJ.
I mean, seeing Man Bun, progress, especially the last few years.
Absolutely.
Just like Joey Conway, not to Conway's level, because Conway's a little higher up there, because he has a great mentor. Just saying, but but Man Bun, he's excelled very well in the last few years. In a Lucha Showcase, we have Commander Jr. taking on Unico.
Ryan, you can go first on this one.
I'm gonna go with. I'm just drawing a string out of the hat on this one. Give me Commander Jr.
Yeah, I would agree on that. Give me Commando as well.
I'm going to take Unico.
In tag team action, you have Hot Commodity Inc., which are the Gordon brothers, taking on the slime balls.
Ooh. Hopefully, there's not a table involved in this one. Give me the slime balls for this one.
I'm going with the slime balls as well because the last event back in March was actually my first time seeing them in action, and I was very impressed with what I saw. So I feel like the slime balls are one of the top teams to watch, not only in the state of New York, but just in tag team wrestling for years to come. So definitely go with the slime balls.
Both these teams have a very bright future if they keep their noses clean and their head on straight and their ears open. Um, I'm more close with the slime the slime balls than the Gordon brothers, but they do have uh, a little devil in their corner, if you will, Robert Franklin. So I'm gonna go with Robert Franklin's team only because I know Robert Franklin very well, and that guy, he's like Lando Calrissian of W.I.N. He's not gonna gamble unless he has the situation rigged to his favor. So he knows something we don't know.
More than likely.
All right, so we got two more matches from what I see here. This one, which possibly could be another sleeper match in tag team action, you have the team of Gabriel Sky and Tristan Ty above the rest, taking on, at the time of this recording, the current IWTV Tag Team Champions in Dustin Waller and Kylon King, Miracle Generation.
Oof. Give me Miracle Generation on this one.
This one's a tough one because I've seen Above the Rest, compete in, other battles with other tag teams such as MSP. And actually, I think I've seen them face off against Miracle Generation before. But again, like I said, Miracle Generation are the IWTV Tag Team Champions.
Are the belts on the line?
As of right now, I don't think so. But as they say, cards subject to change. You never know. As much as I'm kind of want to pull a little shocker and go with above the rest, and if they become victorious, then that could possibly put them in contendership for the IWTV Tag Team Championship. So I'm going to go with above the rest.
I'm glad you went with two in the pink and one with the stink, so that's good. But I'm going to agree with you on that.
Thanks.
You said this. You said shocker, brother. I'm just trying to pop John over there, and I got him, so I'm good.
All right, and the last matchup that is scheduled for right now in trios action, we have Tommy, JP, and Johnny Cashmere, also known as the new backseats, taking on Will, Jose, and Joel Maximo, the SAT.
Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. This, to me, is going to be the sleeper. This one's going to be another sleeper match of the night. This one's a tough one. Because I want to go the back seats on this. You know what? I'm going to go back seats on this one.
I feel like Cashmere has something, especially with Tommy and JP, that I've known them for a long time, and I think he has something with him. So I'm gonna agree with you, John, and go with the new back seats for the upset.
Let me just say, this is going to be a tremendous contest. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of history here. A lot of history, to the point where I've wrestled both teams, the original backseats and the SAT, when I was with Havoc and we were the Solution. Rest in peace, my brother. I love you. But this is the first time they're meeting, which is the ironic situation in this equation. It's the new backseats. You got the young up-and-coming Grayson brothers, who I've known for a while and are fantastic at what they do. But now you have Johnny Cashmere in their ear, and his knowledge, his experience takes him to a whole nother level. And Johnny Cashmere has a great wrestling mind, always has. But then on the flip side, on the other corner, you have the SAT, family, uh, innovators of the style of today, whatever that means, because the style of today sucks big donkey dick. Excuse my French. All it is a bunch of no selling and leg slapping, and it's fucking killing the business. But I digress. I don't fault them for that. I fault the followers, the sheeple, if you will, that tend to do what these guys do, but do it wrong. At least when they did it right. They got over, then continued to get over through their move sets and their antics and actions in the ring. The kids today just take all the actions in the ring and think that's going to get them over. And then by the 10th time it's already been done and seen, no one's over, not even the move itself. And they're stuck there, slapping their leg with their dick in their hand. So I'm going to go with the SAT because they have a chip on their shoulder. They got something to prove.
With this match, I think realistically, I think the fans are going to win because they're going to get a fantastic trios match here.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, the fans are going to win regardless if they come to the show because the card from top to bottom is amazing. Tons of talent. And it's going to be epic from first bell to me raising the belt at the end of the night and getting my hand raised. It's going to be an epic encounter. It's not even a show. It's an event. You don't want to miss this win event because you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass saying, shit, I should have went. Damn it, I should have went. I could have been part of history. I could have seen GGP win. I could have seen the SAT win. You know, I could have seen Alvin Alvarez, do what he does, and that's forget finishes and trip over his own 2 feet. Whatever the case may be.
Hey, all I know is Friday night's all going to lead to you win the championship, my friend.
All roads lead to Greek God Papadon, and that's the truth.
Now, I actually have one more question, and it's
good.
The next event, which
Go
takes
ahead.
place on July 29th in Richfield Park, because they announced they are doing an 8-tag team tournament to crown the inaugural tag team champions. Now, obviously, with Papadon being the the next world heavyweight champion, I could see him going for the tag team titles. If you had to pick one partner out of everyone that you've either been across with, worked alongside with, if you had to pick one person to be your tag team partner in this tournament, that way when management can hear that the world heavyweight champion wants to be a double champ, who would be your partner?
Good question. Paul Lauria, because he's the booker and no one's going to beat the booker, and that means we're definitely going to win. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Joey Conway. I will tell you guys why. Him sitting under my learning tree for the past 2 years and him seeing certain angles of this business that he wasn't privy to before through his experiences, through my experiences, for me reprimanding him or me saying, hey, you see what happened over here? It's because of ABC, which eventually is going to lead to XYZ. And because 1, 2, 3 and dipshit over there who slaps his leg wants this because he believes this is legit. And this one and the other one has an ego. And everything just falls into place. All the dominoes start to fall. And he looks at me and goes, how do you know? And I tell him, GGP knows all. I'll never steer you wrong. And he has grown immensely through my tutelage. But because he's also one of the most dangerous individuals in the locker room, both wrestling-wise and entertaining-wise. So I rather keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. So I rather have him in my corner than have him against me.
Then when that happens, we can all say then that the conspiracy horsemen are taking over New York.
Exactly, because the devil you do know, and let's face it, Conway's the devil, and I'm the God. And when you have the God and the devil fighting on the same team, no one has a chance in hell or in heaven to survive because we'll beat the holy hell out of them. See what I did there?
It's good. Good way to put it.
Yes, perfect.
Ryan, you got anything else?
I'm all good on my end. John,
Oh,
I'll let you close it out.
Papadon, it was always a pleasure having you on. When you do win the title on Friday night, we'd love to have you on again as the World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, I'll make you a promise. When I win, and obviously PJ, aka Peanut Butter Jelly Savage, gets the first crack, you'll be the first podcast I'll come on as champ to do the first post-match interview on a podcast regarding the WIN World Heavyweight Championship. I give that to you.
You guys heard it right here. Again, guys, for your more hold on. I want to say this the right way to close this out. The man who will definitely be walking out of Ridgefield Park.
The God that will be walking out.
God.
The God who will be walking out this Friday as your WIN World Heavyweight Champion, Papadon. I'm John. That's Ryan. That's Ryan over there. Catch you guys on the next Around the Ropes podcast.